in Unity Christian. We thank you once again for having us back to praise God with you this morning. We are the Oak Street Boys. I think I speak for the rest of the vocal band in stating that of all the crowds we sing in front of throughout this whole great country, Unity holds a special place in our hearts. As I was talking the other day to my friend and fellow musician George Moss about this, he said, "Tommy boy," that's what he calls me, Tommy boy, "you can take on the world, but when you go to Unity Christian, you go hard and you go home." And I said, "True that, George." Well, if you were here last year, and roughly 3/4 of you were, you probably realized that there have been changes in the makeup of our vocal band again. Last year, Mrs. Foreman broke the gender barrier by being the first female member of the Oak Street Boys. At that time, we felt that maybe a name change was in order, maybe 3 men and a lady second tenor. But for this year, we've decided to go old school, literally. We are once again the Oak Street Boys, since our roots are there, and that's where the old school was. Mrs. Foreman has graciously acquiesced to having the band be all boys once again, and so we welcome our new second tenor, Mr. Mitch Sytsma. We also welcome and are extremely grateful for the willingness and expertise of our accompanist, Mr. Stephen Terpstra. If he is your dad, would you please stand? But enough of the introductions. Let's worship our God together this morning.
All right, folks, thanks again for having us. So our first piece is going to be called And Can It Be? So just giving you a little intro to it. We're pretty fresh off celebrating Easter, okay? And the song is, in a way, tying into that. So if you think about the season, right, and the holiday itself, Christ's great sacrifice for us, there's a lot of heaviness with that, right? And the song kind of gets at evoking a wonderment, the God of the universe, sovereign above all else, created everything, loved us enough to sacrifice His Son for us. I don't know about you, but sometimes I can't quite wrap my head around that. It's hard for me to picture, why would God do that? How can He love someone, you, me, so much to do that? And the song kind of gets at that questioning. But thankfully, too, despite the heaviness, right, and the fact that Christ would die a criminal's death, as Philippians 2 tells us, right, took the form of a human being and humbled Himself. Yet we get to celebrate that, because that means life, and the fact of His amazing love. So I think Mr. Lanstra often has kind of prefaced this in chapel sometimes. What are you going to do with God? So as you listen to this song and you think about His amazing love, I want you to think about what's going to be your response to this indescribable love that God has shown us. And can it be?
And can it be, and can it be, amazing love, how can it be, and can it be that I should gain an interest in the Savior's blood, died He for me who caused His pain, for me who empty death pursued. Amazing love, how can it be that thou, my God, shouldst die for me? helpless race, 'tis mercy all immense and free. For oh my God, it found out me. And can it be? And can it be? Amazing love, how can it be? No condemnation now I dread. Jesus and all in Him is mine. Alive in Him I live in head, and clothed in righteousness divine. Approach the eternal throne and claim the crown through Christ my own. Amazing love, how can it be that love my God should stand for me? Amazing love, how can it be? Amazing
All right, for this next one, just to introduce it, this song makes me think of my grandfather who passed away a couple of years ago. He was my mom's dad. My mom's in the audience, my mom today. And one of my grandpa's favorite songs was Great is Thy Faithfulness. And the theme of that obviously something to do with the idea that even through all the trials and tribulations that this life brings, God is always faithful. And this song is similar in theme. It's called He Never Failed Me Yet. It's a fun one for us to do, and we might even have a special guest appearance from Mr. Craig Fleetsford during the song. So make sure you're here for it.
I will sing of God's mercy every day, every hour. He gives me power. I will sing of God's mercy. Every day, every hour, He gives me power. I will sing and give thanks to Thee for all the dangers, toils, and snares that He has brought me out. He is my God, and I'll serve Him. No matter what the test, trust and never doubt. Jesus will surely bring you out. He never failed me yet.
Did my God deliver? Moses from King Baritone. And did He cool that fiery furnace for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? When I think of what my God can do, He delivered Daniel. I know He will deliver you.
Trust and never doubt. Jesus will surely bring you out. Of God's mercy, every day, every hour, He gives me power. I will sing and give thanks to Thee for all the dangers, toils, and snares that He has brought me out. He is my God, and I'll serve Him. No matter what the test, trust and never doubt. Jesus will surely bring you out. He never failed me yet.
I've been involved in education for 60 years as a student and a teacher. During this time, there have been many twists and turns, ups and downs. When I look back at the good times and the difficult ones, sometimes I can see the hand of God and His plans. Now, as this school year draws to a close, and a new chapter in my life is about to begin. There is a lot of uncertainty and unknowns. However, I can go forward with confidence, knowing God will be with me each step of the way, because He has never failed me yet.
He never
Never doubt, Jesus will surely bring you out. He never failed me.
And now for something completely different. Perhaps you've heard of the phrase alma mater. It usually refers to a school or university that you attended. For example, my alma mater is Calvin College, soon to be Calvin University. Mr. Baker?
Calvin College.
Mr. Sytsma?
Cornerstone.
University. Ms. Brink?
Trinity Christian College.
Western Ontario, nice. All right. That is one meaning of the phrase alma mater. The second meaning is that of a song that pays tribute to or gives honor to that particular institution of learning. Many colleges have alma maters. And if you know your Latin, it should come as no surprise that alma mater would be the name chosen to describe the college, because alma mater literally means nurturing mother. In general, the college or university has nurtured or will nurture you, seniors, through the special friends, special memories, and the knowledge that you acquire there. Well, many colleges have alma maters, but I don't know of many high schools that do. However, back in the early 70s, during my time as a student here, I vaguely remember singing the Unity Christian alma mater. And imagine my joy when a few years ago, as I was cleaning out some old files, I ran across this purple, faded, hardly legible copy of Unity's alma mater, and I said, oh, this is too good. In my opinion, your high school experience would not be complete without the following. 1, taking all the math classes you possibly could. 2, having your senior conference with Mr. Landstrom. 3, eating one of Mrs. Victory's chocolate-covered strawberries. And 4, singing the Unity Christian alma mater. And so this is what we're going to do. The boys up here will sing it, the first verse, so you get a feel for what it's like. And then we're going to ask you to rise and sing your alma mater, both verses. I must warn you, however, you may want to have your hankies ready, because this alma mater, like most alma maters, is quite sentimental and tugs at your heartstrings, and many a tear might be shed. So join us in a minute in the singing of Unity Christian's alma mater. Now joyfully we blend in song and pledge our loyalty and promise to defend the name Unity, 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 Unity. We will be true to thee.
Unity, unity, we will be true to thee.
Would you all rise?
Joyfully we blend in song to pledge our loyalty
Let me hear you.
and promise to defend the name Unity, 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 unity. We will be true to thee. Unity, unity. We will be true to thee. May God now bless the school we love, and may it ever be a shining symbol of the name Unity, 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 unity. We will be true to thee. Unity, unity, we will be true to thee. Unity, unity, we will be true to thee.
You may be seated. Thanks for that.
Seniors, the countdown you've been keeping on my whiteboard tells me that including today, you have only 6 days left here at Unity. And while I'm used to my seniors counting down to the days left in the school year, I'm watching this countdown a little differently this year. In many ways, this countdown is my countdown too. After 17 years here at Unity, I'll be graduating with you this year. And for the last 17 years, you and I have been living in an environment that explicitly shapes us in our faith, encourages us to share it freely in our classrooms, in our chapels, in our athletic events, and in all our other endeavors. And in that regard, it's been fairly easy to live out our faith without fear. However, as we leave Unity and enter into a larger world, a world that's not always as accepting of Christians, yet a world that needs Christ more than ever, we will find it increasingly difficult to live out our faith. In Matthew 5, verses 14 through 16, we read, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. God has filled us with His light. What a wonderful gift. And what a gift it has been for us to be shaped by that community that now sends us off to share that light with others. As we close chapel with this final song, let us be encouraged to take that light everywhere we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it